Okay, how I got to platinum. I mean, I've showed up at lots and lots of different events, and I know there's little snippets of what other people have said that I could just carry on and say the same. It's about showing up, and often people will say to me, "Oh, how do you remember all the stuff that you come out with?" And you know, I didn't arrive knowing how to do all of that. You know, I had to do the learning process. It's part of the apprenticeship, if you like, and it was just showing up, listening to everything that Manfred said, everything Chris just said, everything Michael said, the different leaders, and just remembering that and going, yeah, that really resonates with me. I'll use that. And it all goes in when you hear it often enough, and then you're out there talking to someone and all the stuff just comes out at the right time, and you're like, I'm impressed. So that's really cool. And like Deb said, is just, I mean, the biggest thing that this business has done for me is giving me the purpose and the direction, I think, to just get out there and talk to people. Because if I wasn't being pushed from the behind, to go out there, yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's not comfortable. I don't always like going out and talking to new people. But there's this little wee shove from behind that makes me do it. And then once I've done it, I go, oh my God, I've met this amazing person and we get on really well. I'm glad I did it, but it wasn't easy. I mean, just as an example, a while back, I just put out the intention, we need to focus on some categories of different types of people, because whenever you bring in, like Swana says, a plumber or an electrician, it validates it for a whole lot more. So I thought, well, what areas do I want to get into that we've not yet got in our Nelson team to create some, versatility, some validation and that sort of thing. And I thought, oh yeah, a personal trainer would be good. Okay, today where am I going to find a personal trainer? And so I walk uptown and it's like a game, like Francisco always says, it's like a game, you know. And I'm walking up the street, just looking around for wee signs, and I see this woman having trouble with the parking meter. And I just thought, oh, good opening to just start a conversation. I said, oh, looks like you're having trouble. So kind of, there was an opening there for me to just make a passing comment. She commented back and we got into a chit chat. I did happen to notice that the top she was wearing was covered in promotional stuff. And I thought, personal trainer. Funnily enough, And so I said, go to a gym or something. Yeah, I'm a personal trainer. Like, sweet. And so I just said, well, hey, I'm actually part of a team of people that are launching a really new product that might be something you're interested in. Would you be up for having a look? And I offered her DTC, but in conversation she said, yeah, my real passion is nutrition. And I'm like, oh, so it's like Life Force and DTC. And so it's fantastic. And then, so she's come along to our lunchtime events, and then she's bought another one. And then as another example, I went out to this business. We've had these people who've been on board for a while, engineers, and they're really wishy-washy about taking the products. And the guy just, I don't know if it's doing it for me. And I know he goes to the gym, and I go, oh, by the way, do you know Bernard? Yeah, I said, well, he's a power lifter. He's in his 70s. He's had a stroke and he's recovering from it. He's doing incredibly well on our product. And he goes, it's good enough for Bernard. It's good enough for me. So it's the power of the connections and that validation, but just getting out there and talking to people, but also the belief in what you're doing and what you can create. Because I know that little short time that I went to platinum, I mean, the certain part of it was long, but the actual getting there from the decision of, like Manfred said, and Sponna said, have I tapped into the magic yet? No, because I didn't believe I could do it. But from when I just believed it was possible, magic happened. And one of the examples was I had this lady rang up one day talking to this person. It was cold market, and then she asked how much it was, and I thought, oh God, here we go. And she's talking about how much are 2 bottles, and I'm thinking, and so I tell her how much 2 bottles are, and then she kind of goes, well, actually, I think I'll get an 8-pack. And then I know that, you know, I'm heading overseas. How can you help me? Both my husband and I are going overseas. How much is it for 13 months worth of powder?